Join me and learn how to draw yourself on Procreate. Thank you for joining me on my channel, and before we start, these are the brushes that we're going to use today, as well as a few standard Procreate brushes. The dimensions for your artboard I recommend are 3000 by 4000 pixels and 300 dpi. So you are going to want to import a photo of yourself. Here is my face reveal. This is me. I'm going to tap with 2 fingers on the photo layer and just drag down the opacity because we are going to draw on top of the original image to make sure that we replicate our faces perfectly. So in the studio pen in this brown shade and 3% brush size, we are going to create our first layer, which is the outline layer. So just drawing around all of the facial features, all of the nose lines, eyes, any creases or wrinkles, the border of the face, down the chin, connecting up to the jaw, and just round off the bottom section of the body. You want to make sure that everything connects up, because otherwise when we drop in color, it will not fill that section. Next, for the eyebrows, I'm selecting a dark brown and using the eyebrow thin brush from my brush pack. I created these brushes specifically for portrait design, so I highly recommend you download them. They make creating eyebrows so seamless and so easy. So I'm just going along the natural shape of my eyebrows and doing small individual hairs, varying in size, so that it looks realistic. Check your progress against the original photo. Now to color select the lips, I'm going to bring the opacity back up of the original photo. Use the color selector and then drag the opacity back down when I've got that nice red. And then using the studio pen, I'm just going to go around the natural outline. This is all still on that same outline layer. Now, once you're finished with the outline, create a new layer and do an outline of the outfit. I'm just using a light gray to go around the shape of my shirt. Now for the hair, on a new layer, we are going to do an outline of the initial shape of your hair. So I color selected from the original photo and got like a darkish blonde, and I'm just going around the generic shape of the hair, making sure it all connects up. It doesn't have to be perfect, it can be very rough at this point. On a new layer underneath your first outline layer of the face, we are going to do the eyes. So using the hard round brush, I've selected a dark blue, and I'm just going to do a small circle. Then select that layer, which is the circle that we've just created. Then using the soft brush, I'm going to add in some different tones to the eyes, such as a little bit of light brown, some dark brown. It depends on obviously the color of your eye. Now once you finish adding some color, select pure black and take a look at the size of your pupil. Now we're just going to dust in with the soft brush in circular motions that solid black and around the outside of the color. Now take a look at the areas that are highlighted, select a pure white and do the same thing with the soft brush, just adding lots of circular dots. Now what I like to do is completely duplicate that eyeball layer and then drag it to the other side. Then merge those 2 eyeball layers together. Erase away areas of the eyeball that are outside of the outlines. Then make the outline layer reference, and we're going to make a new layer and drop in white. Then select that layer and then grab this light red. The code for the color is on the screen. Refer to the original image to see the areas of your eye which are nice and red and pink, and add in that color, just using the soft brush. Using pure black, darken up the borders of the eye and the outer corners. Highlight the inner corners of the eyes with pure white and circular motions. To get rid of this brown border, select the outline layer. And then we're going to take red and just focus it in on the inner corners. And then we're going to take this light nude color, I'll put the value on the screen, and put it around the waterline. Then take black and we are just going to put that on the top lash line area. We are basically just getting rid of that generic brown outline color. Now once you are finished with the eyes, select all those layers and you can merge them together. Now for the eyelashes, using my eyelash thick brush. This is on a new layer as well. Just add in lots of varying shapes and sizes, starting at the base of the eye and making them go downwards for the bottom lash line and upwards for the top. Work your way along the eye, making them change in direction as you go across. Now just to define the eyelashes a little bit, using my eyebrow thin brush actually, I'm just going to add some wispy lines. You have now finished the first stage, which is the outline of everything. Drag the photo layer to the very top. This is optional, but I'm also going to duplicate that photo layer and have it in the top left corner to help as we're coloring in everything. So for the coloring in, we're essentially going to drop in layers of color underneath our main outline layer. To make the next steps easier to follow, I'm just renaming my layers. If you struggle to get skin color tones, I have created a few color palettes that you can download in my Etsy shop. Firstly, create a new layer underneath the outline layer, then make the outline layer reference, and then on that new layer, drop in your first level of color. This should be the lightest color. Now hide the outline layer, and you see all of these gaps, we want that to be filled in. To build the layers of color, we're going to add them on top of each other. So create a new layer on top, but then select the initial base color. This way, when we add color, we won't go out of the lines, we will stay on that initial base shape. So now with that bottom layer selected, but on our new layer, we're going to add, with the soft brush, warmer tones in the areas that are creased, gradually getting darker and darker in areas such as the eyes. Then in the erase tool in the soft brush, we're going to erase away all of the areas that are light and highlighted, such as the bridge and the tip of the nose, the cheeks, creases and folds in between the eyes, the eyelids, the forehead. Remember to keep referring back to the original image to see which areas are nice and light and need to be erased away. Now I noticed on my original image I was quite pink and blushed in these areas, so I'm just going to color select directly from the photo and just buff that pink color around the cheeks. For the eyebrows, I'm just color selecting this dark brown from my original photo. Then on a new layer, I'm not only going to just do this for the eyebrows, but I'm also going to do it along the creases of my eyes, along the shape of the individual hairs, and the same for the other side. So just softly buffing that color into those areas really nice and gently, and around the bridge of the nose, around the smile lines. And for the jaw, I like to just dump a bunch of color in that area. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then what you're going to do is erase away along that jawline, that color that you just added, so that it's nice and sharp, depending on your original photo, of course, and how sharp or soft you want this jawline area to be. Once you are finished with this layer of shading, drag and drop it underneath the outline layer. Now at this point, I like to erase away majority of the outline lines because a lot of them are just guides for when we're adding color and when we're shading. I noticed that my bottom lashes are actually much softer than what I've done, so I'm just slightly erasing them away with the soft brush. Now for my makeup and my eyeliner, I'm actually going to use my floral detailing brush in the solid black and just draw that directly on top of the photo on a new layer so that I can see the shape exactly. You can hide the photo layer to check your progress and then do the same on the other side. Once you're finished, you can drag and drop it underneath the outline layer. Now bear with me for this next part, but what I like to do now is I like to recolor the outline layer from this just generic brown to match the skin color. So what you saw me just do is select the outline layer, and then I'm color selecting directly in the same area and then just filling in the outline layer with that color so that the outline layer kind of blends in now with all of the shading and all of the color that we've added. What you can do also is in the smudge tool in the soft brush is you can soften the outlines by slowly just dragging out the ends. Create a new layer on top of your original image, and we are going to add some highlighting. Using the soft brush, just gently buff that white color over top your highlighted or shiny areas, such as areas of the tip of my nose and my cheeks. Once you're finished, you can drag and drop that underneath the outline layer. I lost my footage for this part, but what I did was basically just drop in some red into my lips, and then with 2 shades lighter, I'm adding some highlighting. On your original image, find the areas that need to be darkened. So grabbing a dark red, I'm just going along that natural curve. Soften the border of the lips with the smudge tool in the soft brush, and just glide it along the outline to make it not so harsh. Once you're happy with the coloring in of the face, you can select all of those layers and group them together. Now to fill in the hair, we're going to make that hair layer reference and drop in our first color. Then I'm just using a warmer brown just to darken up my root area. For the hair strands, you can color select directly from the photo. Then using my favorite flowing hair brush, glide that brush along all of the individual hair strands. I like to start with the border. So just adding in all the hair strands along the outside so that I can get the initial shape to fill in later. Once you have the initial shape of the hair all mapped out, you can then start to add all of the inside strands. Try your best to make your hair strands not go over top of each other and to curve alongside each other nicely. Just take your time and add each individual hairs as much or as little as you want. If you want to speed up the process, you can make your hairbrush larger. To add some shading and darker roots on a new layer, I'm going to color select this darker brown and just focus that into the root area and some other areas like the inside parts of my neck. Do add a bit more dimension and texture so that it doesn't just look flat. Next, at this point, go to your base layer for the hair. We're going to erase away these harsh edges just with the soft brush. And then with the hair fill brush, we're going to fill in those areas again, but not make them so blocky. Just gliding that underneath the strands that we have added. And then erase away any hair strands that have may gone out of place, such as over top of your face. Zoom out to check your progress. Then in the light strands brush, I'm just going to add in lots of little baby hairs around my hairline and the outsides of the hair. Once you are finished with the hair, you can select all those layers and group them together. Next, add some detail to your outfit. So I'm making my shirt layer reference, adding a layer underneath and just dropping in my first base color, which is just a white. Then select that white layer, add a new layer on top, and fill in the color that is your outline color. So for me, it is just this light gray. Then erase away the areas that are lighter, such as the chest area and the border around the neckline. My shirt did not need much detailing, so I'm just going to merge all of those layers together. I'm quickly adding in these little suspender things that I was wearing on this day, and then dragging and dropping that layer underneath my hair. Before we finalize the design, I suggest that you duplicate it because we're going to flatten the layers now. So flatten the group of your face and body, flatten the group of your hair. To make it look exactly like you, make sure to add your freckles in, and then go a step further with my textured skin brush to add pores and randomize freckles, and you can even highlight with this brush. It's such an easy way to make the skin look way more realistic. Now to add a simple background, I'm just going to make my artboard slightly bigger. I'm grouping all of the layers together of my body, my hair, and my outfit. You can erase the original photos, then on a new layer, drag that underneath the drawing, and then drop in a color of your choice. You can make the background as simple or as detailed as possible. I like to just do some simple little blobs. And there you have your own self-portrait. Give this a go, draw yourself or draw a friend or family member. Have some fun with it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I read all my comments, so please give me some feedback, some suggestions for my next tutorial. Thank you for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next one.